All right, Branson. Your last year, maybe your last year, I don't know. But hey, talk about camp so far, maybe your role, and just the defensive line in general looks like a strong point for the team.
Camp so far has been a grind, man. Offensive line has really improved, so they're giving us some good looks. As far as me, it's just about getting in the backfield more, being consistent, and playing to a standard now. About what I want to show on video at this point. I have experience, and I've had time on the field. It's just about putting it all together and making a complete season out of it. And, D-line as a whole, I'm really proud of how far we've come. We've added depth, and the young guys feed off the older guys, and they're actually doing a really good job effort-wise and techniques-wise, and we're getting better every day. So it's a lot of positives going on.
Where do you feel like you've made the most growth and strides the last couple years?
I think in the run game, being more stout and penetrating, making it tough on guards to play me honest. Use a little bit of quickness, use a little bit of power, maybe over strength some a little bit, but yeah, just giving them a lot to think about in their stance.
Just the chemistry maybe that you and Lawrence have built over the last year or so, and just how important is that as you guys move forward this season?
It's really important. I'm glad to have him back, first and foremost. He's had a tough offseason, 2 surgeries, as you guys know, but it's so good to have him back out here. It's kind of like my Robin, right? You know what I mean? He got my A gap, I got his B gap, and the backers have a good time off of us. So yeah, so I'm just glad to have him back.
So you're Batman.
Yeah, I'm Batman. I'm going to say I'm Batman. He'll probably tell you otherwise, though.
I'm not going to argue with you. Hey, a couple of newcomers. Give us the skinny on Cole Brevard, and you played with Mo a little bit already, but Mo, the inside tackle guys.
Cole, really big, strong guy. A guy that is really determined and gets mad at himself when he doesn't feel like he's living up to what he can do. I really enjoy watching him play because he's a tough guy to move, and you're not just gonna move with one guy. And like you guys know in the spring, Mo is a little bit like me. Short, quick guy, a lot of lower body power. So I'm really excited to see what he can do for us. Third down, first through second. I'm really excited about Mo.
Just the depth, and how much will you guys lean on that this year to be effective, especially in the second half?
A lot more than last year, I would say. We're still growing. The young guys still have a long way to go, but I think we'll be able to use those guys a lot more in the game to let our starters go a longer time. You know, third, fourth quarter, starters still got to be fresh, and I think we'll have that this year with the 3 or 4 new guys that we've added.
That depth being, a real point of emphasis for you guys throughout the spring, the summer, and even now in fall camp. Who have you seen so far just early on this last week of practice that's really taken advantage of the opportunities, and who do you think is really going to, stand out when this first week of the season comes around?
I think a guy we have to look at is Scotty Humpage. Scotty and KJ are doing really good at that Leo spot. Have 2 definite guys over there. No spot, Cole and Mo are really good players. We still have to find a little bit of 3 technique, but we're working on it. Those guys are working really hard to come along. Defensive end, Corday Sidnor and Jack Sully. Those guys are playing really well right now, and I think it's really a good thing for us. Hopefully, we develop 3 deep at every position, but you know how it goes. If we want to play with 8 guys, we can do that. We want to play with 12, we can do that too.
Lost George and his production. What's it going to take to kind of equal that production among the group this year?
I think it goes back to depth. I think a good thing that George left with us was his knowledge, and the knowledge that he gave to the young guys, and the leadership knowledge that he gave to me. I think he left us with that part of his game, and we've kind of translated it. The defensive ends and the Leos took something out of his game and added it to theirs, and George is a really smart football player. So those guys watching his film and studying what he did, I think it's kind of like receptive, like they kind of relect that and use it in their game. So depth is really going to be a key, but I think having that knowledge that he left us with is going to be really important.
You mentioned at the beginning the offensive line's better. Where are they better, and what are you seeing out of them?
I think they're more technically sound. They're physical. Guys want to get after you after the play. And I think it's a testament to their coaching. Their coach is a guy like that, and they've really been receptive to his attitude. And I think it's going to be a good group.
Are you upset? The defensive line, they don't win many of the one-on-one drills, or the offensive line's coming out on top on these things?
Not really upset. I think, like I said, they've gotten better in their technique, and we have to. And I think some of our guys just not used to it sometimes, And we just gotta keep watching film and keep getting better. And not really upset, but encouraged by those guys, really.